I know you want to see this matchup since the last postseason, but now here they are. It's another big game of the night of the NHL on EA Sports. Roy Cruz here, and I'm MePhone11. It's our biggest matchup since we've seen the only couple twos within the second round of the Stanley Cup playoff. But now, this regular season is going to be anybody. For tonight, Caps and the Devils are about to rematch things on here for season number 5 of the GOTN night. It's big matchup in the east of the zone. With anything that changes possible, it's one of our big best players in between of Thomas Wilson and Alex Ovechkin, the Great Eight, and Jack Hughes, a biggest of the own for Team USA, with the finishing win of Jersey to win the gold medal, with the teams of USA to have that stand perfect. But this time, Jack Hughes wants to say about Alex Ovechkin to make his congratulation moment, as this will be his final season to finish things off to play with the teams. Now let's see how they can handle this. Here is tonight's starting goaltenders, as right in the range goes by, one player starts with Logan Thompson for the Washington Capitals, and the other is Jacob Markstrom for New Jersey Devils. Let's have a look with the Washington Capitals, as Alex Ovechkin, the Great Eight, over 900 goals of his game in his career. He has 1T, pressure, and unstoppable force. Then it goes with Dylan Strome with only to send it and take the tape feed in the zone, and they don't know how this will Strome out to make the pass. With John Carlson, he only makes the all-star rocket and send it pass. With Tom Wilson, it's True Lenslets and Sparkplug. Jacob Chikrin, a no contest and warrior. Then Logan Thompson, the starting goaltender, is a recharge, always the same thing, just like Jake Einger and the rest of the goaltenders, with some big rehydration. Then it's Pierre-Luc Dubois with only tape to tape and a picking of the puck for effortless interceptions, the quick pick. Then it's Alexei Protas with only quick release and tape to tape zones. And then it's Connor McMichael, tape to tape and big tipper. And finally, it's Ryan Leonard with only the spark plug to play for. And now let's go over to the New Jersey Devils, as one of our big takes, Jack Hughes. He's in the edges of this play at the offense zone, recalling it from the goal tank with the win in OT to beat against Team Canada, and that's one of his biggest goal of the year. Then Jesper Bratt with only the same thing that does for it, for the tape and in the edges. Dougie Hamilton with only the rocket and send it pass. Nico Hischier, only the tape and no contest zone. Timo Meier, the big rig and unstoppable force. Jacob Markstrom with the showstopper. Then it's Brett Pesky, stick him up in warrior zone. And then it's Luke Hughes with the wheels and illy edges. Then it's Dawson Mercer with wheels on the game. Then it's Simon Nemec with the send it pass. And then it's Stefan Nozen, the spark plug, pressure and speed boosting. Then it's Paul Cotter, another one the same thing as well. And finally, it's Luke Gunning from the Tampa Bay Lightning, the quick draw face-off. Well, that's all for now. And now let's go to Jersey to start out for our biggest matchup of the night. Saying goodbye I have is Chris the Beast joining us here in Jersey, along with LifeRing, and the third commentary of the crew will be Jersey joining us for tonight for the biggest of the matchup. And for center ice, it will be Son of Beast that will be joining us here in the center box. And we'll see you all later for the intermission and the post-game show. Now let's get action started. Caps, Devils, next on EA Sports. We are here at The Rock. Hi everyone, I am Chris the Beast, and I'm here with LifeRing, and the third will be Jersey and center ice Son of Beast. It's one of our big matchups in the Eastern Conference. We are settled, ready for the puck drop. And while teams are ready to get settled, it is that time for Jersey hockey at the start of the period. Tonight's starting goaltenders for one of the biggest and the best between the Devils and the Caps. Logan Thompson is the starting goaltender for the Washington Capitals. And for the New Jersey Devils, it's Jacob Markstrom. Here's Kovacevic finding it again to Bratt. Bratt now finds again to Segan Fowler. He'll have it a pass to Bratt. Finding it again to Kovacevic. Kovacevic looks over to Hughes as this one gives new change. Bratt shot. Big save by Logan Thompson. And a rebound here for New Jersey. That's starting off here for Jesper Bratt. He'll have it again to Kovacevic. Rips it one. Picked off his player for the defensive effort. And this one will stop and freeze the play for Logan Thompson. And what a thing about the save about Alex Ovechkin. He was really been like making a bump afterward. After the winning faceoff, that may have been why that Alex, the grade 8, he made this one a huge hit. That might have been for someone else that could definitely make a brutal end to it. Nico Hishko wins the faceoff as now Kovacevic tries to give it to Segan Fowler. Looks over to Hishko. Dylan Schoen takes it over. And now this will be the New Jersey Devils on the attack. Now finding the Chikron. Now this will be the first possession for the Capitals. And a big stop made here by Jacob Markstrom. And this will be display call. He'll have that one sent around the net. Oh man, what a great save here. Broken a stick afterward. And then this was where it turned to be over. That may have been why, but the New Jersey Devils may have something to get away with this. They're not sure how they're definitely doing this, but that may have been a hard question to consider why, but they don't really want to play it that way. Good Zook now finding the Pesky, has it over to Dougie Hamilton. And here's another to Hishko, find a pass. Pesky shoots, same play by Logan Thompson. Now it goes out of his zone as Jacob Chikron, the other way with only 16:30 remaining. Ovechkin shots blocked. Leonard shot saved by Markstrom. Markstrom will get a little piece here. Only 16:25 remaining in the first period. Feels like this was not the team that you really wanted to be here, but that may have been a hard play that you wanted to do for. Well, I may say this, but New Jersey Devils have been like trying to work this off. I mean, nowhere to get through this. I mean, that really makes a hit, and nobody is making it simple. That may have been just why that the New Jersey Devils are just like under the lowest pressure scoring the team. And for the Capitals, they really wanted to start making them out and make the mess afterward. That might have been just a little bit of a hard strain, but they're not really trying to play for it for real. And the win will be on the Capitals as for February. Had to pass over to Tom Wilson. And now into the Devils territory is Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson, move around. Big save by Markstrom. Dylan, a chance now to Hameno. Hameno, right again to Meyer. New group change here for the Devils as now they're back in the Washington offense. Here's Dylan. Dylan shoots off the glove. Rebounded by Fernando. And now Protas will have it the other way. Protas with the chance to Ferrari here. He shoots it. And another big save by Markstrom. Markstrom's going to hold it here with only 14:40 remaining in the first period. Still getting a lot of effort here for the New Jersey Devils as it's still no score in the game. Jack Hughes wins the faceoff. And now here's Jack Hughes. He'll now defend it to Jesper Bratt. He has it back to Jack Hughes. And this one will now give it the other way for the Washington Capitals. Here they come. The offense down. And this one stop play by Jacob Markstrom. What a huge save. And it's back over to Dylan. And right around the net will be Jack Hughes. I wasn't really sure of this, but this is a great save. What a nice bit on Nick Range. You should save by Logan Thompson. Only 13:43 remaining in the first period. Let's go over to center ice as I now will be sending it over as Son of Feast for Jack Hughes, one of his best play in offense from the New Jersey Devils. Thanks, folks. Talking about here for Jack Hughes as he's really making his hugest on the making play effort. There was no chance to make that one within. The only way to make the improvement is just keeping it simple for Jack Hughes. He has a great alternative captain, and one of his sharp edges in the illy turns, he makes it a harder range to have it all. It's great range to see for Jack Hughes. Is one of the best playing in his offense, and after the win for this Golden Medal Award for playing the win against the Team Canada, he really has done it all and wants to have his hugest win for his opening part of the ceremony. As with the biggest on the finishing win, it makes anything fair right to have his own change. This is one of the biggest plays that we ever see for Jack Hughes as he has it all. I'll be seeing an eye on it for Jack Hughes if he hasn't given away from it. Back to you. What a save! That's for Logan Thompson. And that one gives it the other way to Glendening. Down a no contest zone and back again to Leo Carlson. And here's Bouvilla. Bouvilla to pass to Nick Dowd. Nick Dowd finding to Bouvilla. Bouvilla stuck on the wall. Now it's rebounded by the Devils. You'll have it ran around the net. And it's rebounded by Great Zook. Great Zook is behind the cage. Now it's time to seek and follow. Here's Skishker. Pass to Kovacevic. Right turn wing shot. Huge save by Logan Thompson with the recharging group. And this will stop and play with only 11:06 remaining. This is what I was noticing Logan Thompson. Just watch what this happens. The one cut and play, he almost made that one go in. And as for Glendening, that would have been a great first goal to have it in. I mean, you can't even deny this effort, but that one was a great play effort to start things off. They could have had the first goal and then had that one tied it up. But unfortunately, that didn't really work out. The wing for the Capitals. Van Riestad now finds it to Alex Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin. Right turn the other way is Dougie Hamilton. Finds it over to Pesky. Pesky's zone now finds it over to Ishtar. And he goes with the wipe down. This one will be back again to the Capitals as Brian Leonard will have that 6-on zone. And now finding Nico Ishtar. He's taken over from the Capitals. Dougie Hamilton trying to handle it out. Hamilton behind the net. Pass now to Pesky. Graziuk. He shoots. Saved by Logan Thompson. And he'll stop that in play as they'll get ready for our next drawing faceoff. We've passed the midway mark in the first period, and as I will send it over to centerpiece for Alex Ovechkin, the Great A. Thanks, folks. Alex Ovechkin is one of his hugest debutable, and he really have been showing it on his greater percentage. This offense makes it for Alex Ovechkin, the finishing of his career night. He makes it all with his effortless to make that one a huge chain. Whatever we say for Alex Ovechkin, he makes that one with the hugest finish, and we wanted to make him proud to have it all down. This big range really made it all to have that win, but this zone draw won't be the key to beat anyone, as for the grade 8 may be finishing for his season of the night. I'll be finding out about the grade 8 of his goal take. Back to you. Huge shot set made by Logan Thompson. Great effort here. As for the pass goes by, they will stop and play with under 9 minutes remaining. Now as we get set, ready for our next puck drop here. No score taken for Washington or New Jersey. And the win will be on for Henry. And it's back over. Almenino, Kovacevic. They'll take their time to regroup. And a Segan Fowler now finding the Mercer. Mercer pass. Meyer. Meyer is off to the blocker. And that one will try to get a rebound. And it's Martin for Henry again to Alexei Protas. With the good cut motion here, the big break stays out. Now Kovacevic will have it right around the net. And Segan Fuller does not have the piece. On a shot save, played by Markstrom. Now here's Dawson Mercer. Mercer looks again to Jameno. Again to Mercer. Mercer, backhander. What a diving play by the recharge by Logan Thompson. 7:04 remaining in the first period. They'll get their next puck drop ready. Just don't believe this? No, I won't believe now that the Devils are really trying to get that one with the first goal. And just under 7 minutes, it won't be enough timing that you have to do for it. Real. Dylan looks in the Nemec. Nemec lost his control and the balance. Spins it across, now finds Dylan. Dylan looks to Graziuk. Graziuk shot, another save by Logan Thompson. Nemec, wraparound save. Now back to Protas. 6:30 remaining in the first period. And Sordiff given away by Nemec. Now they're back in New Jersey to the Washington offense. Nemec, nowhere to go. They'll find Graziuk. Dylan shoots, saved by Thompson. Get a rebound by Graziuk. And that one will have to carry that out. Tom Wilson, the other way. And that one won't be the deal to do for, as Nemec will find it over this play call. Here's Alex Ovechkin. Now has it over to Nick Roy. Dylan Strome. Back to Ovechkin. Ovechkin shot. Blocked by Nemec. Give a little defensive traffic here. He'll dish it around net. And we'll have some new group line change for the Washington Capitals. Now Dylan will have a little bit of a new group here. Here's Kovacevic shot, and he scores! Jack Hughes tips in front. It's a 1-0 start. Well, I got to look at the replay into this one. Let's have a look at the first goal for the New Jersey Devils. Remember, anything can happen in Jersey. Look what happens to Kovacevic in this play. This one is a big tip, and this is where Jack Hughes really made out with the first goal of his game. Now, Kovacevic was really watching, and watch what Jack Hughes makes. It's tipped and deflected, and this one goes right underneath the pad, and that is where the Jack Hughes makes out with the first goal. That's a great start off, and a little bit of a goaltending screen defense. They're on the board. So that's the win. Takes it in for Jack Hughes. That'll be his first goal of the game. And as Ovechkin trying to stop one by, and as Markstrom will now find Kovacevic. Segan Fuller. The give over again to Dadonov. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first period. He now has it to Bratt this time. This will give over to Segan Fuller. Looks to Dadonov outside, now finding Bratt. Bratt shot, glove save on a snatch by Logan Thompson. And Jack Hughes would have had 2. Alex Ovechkin with the rumble hit down. And Hughes will have it right around the other way. Here's Jenny Dadonov as a transfer for the Dallas Stars. He makes his team all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and they were facing against the Edmonton Oilers on his better percentage. The only thing about Evgeny Dadonov is one of his better stats, but now his time is already up, and now bringing to New Jersey. Well, I might say that Evgeny Dadonov had a huge impact, but it could be just anybody who might get rated on him. Now, I'm watching on Logan Thompson. What a save! And just like that, only 1 goal open, and now watch the dive play. He had a lot of recharge. I can't say how Logan Thompson's doing this. He's really on the danger zone. He's watching out. Mighty got an appearance. Dawson Mercer wins the faceoff, has it to Pesky, again to Hamilton. Here's Hamilton. Amado, back to Hamilton. He slings in the fire, and a blocking shot made by the Capitals. Pesky shoots off the leg and back to Leo Carlson. John Carlson makes his way across, and that will give it away. Here's Brett Pesky, and now as the Devils will have that one skating appearance, finding the Timo Meyer. And here's lower to Hamanano. Mercer shot saved by Thompson. Thompson stops it with only under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Oh, I have to watch this one here. Even Frank might have been getting a little bit of a rack out of it, but that's a great block. But he hit out this crunch of the shin. He might be stumbled a bit, but that even Frank might have to be hurt. With that being said, Ethan Frank is in the medical room, and we'll have some updates later here. By the time of the start of the second period, we don't know if he will return. And the win will be on Sandy, and now this will be a replacement here as Miroshnikov is right turned away. Pokes it. Poked it again by Dawson Mercer.
This is the by number 8, Donovan Kovacevic. By number 63, just for Brock. Time to go, 15 minutes, 14 seconds in the first period. Jack Hughes, his first goal of the game, straight into the season, assisted by Donovan Kovacevic and Justin Bratt. In the first period, 15 minutes, 14 seconds.
Final minute in the first period, as now it's Strom now finding Leonard. There's a shoot save by Markstrom. Markstrom with under a minute remaining in the first period, and he'll get some another retiring grouping offense to change it up for new regroupments for the Washington Capitals. Jack Hughes wins the faceoff, and Kovacevic now has to begin the chest for Bratt. Chest for Bratt, right to Jack Hughes. Hughes, chance play, shots blocked. Now finding to Dick Down. Dick Down a pass to Dubaby. It's back to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes spins across. Couldn't hold on. Wants to give it to Jack Hughes. And now it's Kovacevic. Kovacevic to Segan Fuller. Here's Dadonov. Shot saved up by Thompson. Forever again to Roy. Roy will finish it off in the first period, and that will be it. It's 1-0. Jack Hughes with the first goal of the game. And this will be the 1-0 to kick it off. What a wild save. This happens to be only Alex Ovechkin to watch on Logan Thompson. We'll be back soon with the second period when we return at the Rock. Hey folks, welcome to the first intermission here of the NHL Game of the Night on EA Sports. Me, Phone 11, and Roy Cruz here. As we showed things off, it was a tight start here for the New Jersey Devils as they have really been pecking off on the break. The peak of the height really didn't start turning it too well as we have a look at the action tracker here. Jenny Danilov was really trying to get up close, but only Jack Hughes had that far to the first goal. He's getting 2 more of each, and as protest, he just couldn't get the stoppage of his advantage. And the coach's feedback happens to be with only the stronger game. But here's how they did after the first total statistics here, and just only the first period. And it was only that 20/10 total shots on goal for New Jersey Devils, 9/6 for the hits for here for the New Jersey Devils, 5/9, and with only 109 for the time on attack for the New Jersey Devils. 84/82 was that only on New Jersey, but got a good passing effectiveness, and just 8/7 faceoff wins for the Washington Capitals. I don't know how they're just going to keep doing it, but they just have to say is they just got to keep on buying it back. They just had a lot of strength afterward. They don't seem to carry it afterward if they don't get a mess with them. Now let's have your takes here, B-Phone 11, for the New Jersey Devils, Jack Hughes' first goal. And, well, I better say the first goal starts this off for a great appearances. And what I say now, it's a great start for Jack Hughes. That first goal made that one look clear. What a nice effort. I'm just loving this, how Jack Hughes has got a great deflection to have that one picked off by the goaltender. And what I don't really spot on is how they're going to try to keep on playing it back afterward. Well, I don't know how they were doing this, but that might be the question of how they're doing this. That could be just how hard or just playable at the right timing. But now, I don't really know how this will change in if the Devils are going to get that one with the next goal. Now over to you, Roy, for Washington Capitals. Well, Capitals really had that one started coming. I mean, just powerful defensive effort. I mean, the only face-off wins was just only 8/7. I don't know if this is going to keep on making some appearances, but hey, that can be a little hard. Big challenges may be successful. I think that the Jersey team are just going to have to do another strong effort to bite the dust afterward. So let's see if they can keep trying it in the second period. First intermission has come to the end, and we go back to the second period as Chris the Beast, along with Life Ring and their special recruiter, is Jersey, joining us here for The Rock at the second period. We'll see you folks later here for the second intermission once the second period's over. Now back to The Rock. Welcome back as we're ready to get started for the second period for tonight of the game. Both players are set and they're ready to have another puck drop, and we welcome you back at Prudential Center as we're getting ready for the second period. All right, Light Brain, that might be what your take is, but the start of it may not be that simple. What do you see in the first period? Well, that Jack Hughes had a great start of it. That's the first part of the game, and we've seen this before. And no one has ever been seen how Jack Hughes made his first part of a goal. And what I don't really mean about never, that Jack Hughes made it look obsolete. Oh my goodness! And Jenny Danilov, how did he do that with the tip back in? They now have a 2-0 at the start of the second period, and Jack Hughes with 1:03 remaining. Oh my goodness. Let's watch this one again. Watch this play. There's the save, and then this rebound was a Jenny Danilov. You cannot stop this one here. And a Jenny Danilov, he was really that shooting percentage, and he just had a backhand. It goes back in. I don't know how he was thinking, but now that happens to be only just for Pratt. And to take the tape so right to Jack Hughes, then the shot, and then the rebound. He had that one tipped to the end. I can't believe it. That Hughes really been like swooping it up. Looks like a Jenny Danilov's got to show something starting it tonight. That's where that first goal may come in. So New Jersey Devils have already have a 2-0 lead over Washington of under 19 minutes at 1:03 for the start of the second period. My. You got to stop this kid right now. Jenny Danilov is really hitting it hard. Out playing the Stars, he just have it coming in back afterwards. Looks like now he'll have to start making this move here to keep things from going. And joining us here for the first commentary of the crew, I give a warm welcome as Jersey for the hometown.
Jersey, it's great to see you. How do you love it? Well, this has been a best of the play effort. I was really watching this one, and I've got a good feeling here for Evgeny Danilov. He just really had it with his own rebound. Well, I mean, you just have to give that one a great effort. And for Hughes, this is what I was really been looking for. He really had that start with the first full effort. He just makes a great clear, and he just looks like he's on perfect. And Evgeny Danilov, I mean, well, I love this replay. I mean, this is a great start. Do you think about Evgeny Danilov maybe better without the stars playing on his offense without Curtis Lazar? And how about Jack Hughes? It's the biggest percentage here, and this rebounding was able to pick it off. Did you really think that was the best timing? It is, so, I mean, I can't say now about Evgeny Danilov. Had the greater part of the goal. Just had a little bit of a comfortable scoring rebound. Had that great chance. Wow, he just hit off the goalpost. That was close in the effort. I'm not sure how they were going to do for him, but I think this game of the night should be impressive. Here's the play call. Shot made on Duncan Thompson.
Goes to by number 86, Jack Hughes. And by number 63, Jesper Bratt.
Well, you can see what
Tom and goal, 1 minute and 3 seconds in the second period. As Evgeny Danilov, his first goal of the season, assisted by Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt in the second period. 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Nemec around the net, dealing with the rebound. And now here's another one to Hameno. Hameno finding to Grayzu. Grayzu losing the effort on the play in offense. Dylan now finding Nemec. Nemec goes down. No penalty on the Washington Capitals. Sort of the other way. That hits right toward the board easy. And Grayzu with the rebound. Brent Dillon. Grayzu shoots. Saved by Thompson. And he'll cover this up with only 14:55 remaining in the second of under 15 minutes. We do have an update here for Ethan Frank, as now I will stand by Son of Beast about the update here. Yeah, thank you there, Chris the Beast. So I wanted to say about Ethan Frank, he has been nickeled up, and his ankle and his knee shin is not looking good to make his feeling. He is unable to keep on playing with his teams, and he's out. Tonight of his night is not the perfect for him, and he really will have to play him out of here. This motion has been useless. The only thing for Ethan Frank now has been the finishing of his defense, and might have to come back for the next game. That only happens to be only one for Ethan Frank to not play with Alex Ovechkin along the way to the third period. He is out and will not be returning on ice tonight. Thank you so much, dear Son of Beast. As for Ethan Frank, he will have his speedy recovery, and with the big shot blocks, we hope that he will be feeling it well for tonight. Yeah, it definitely is. It's kind of like a hard feeling. No absentation. I might have to do it for all. Big save by Jacob Markstrom, and now here's Cotter. It's back the other way for Ovechkin. Ovechkin. Shy angle. Stop made by Jacob Markstrom. He's really doing really good. I mean, got a great feeling afterwards for Jacob Markstrom. Yeah, that one with the pickoff play. Here's Cotter. Back over to Nemec. And now here's Brown. Brown looks off. Dillon shoots. Glove save by Thompson. Chikar now finding to Alex Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin, he fires it. Saved up by Markstrom. And only 12:05 remaining in the second period. So far, only Ethan Frank in the medical room, but no players from the Devils have been hurt for anybody, and they're still okay on a healthier list. They still not finding Nemec. Nemec looks off to Brown. And here's another change-off from Jack Hughes the other way. He swings to Pratt. Leonard takes it away. Here they come the other way for the Capitals. And that gives it away by Pratt. Leonard. It's back to Dougie Hamilton. He'll rush that out. On his way down. Danilov. Shot. Fires it off. Hit off to Thompson. Alex Ovechkin finding over again to John Carlson over under 11 minutes. Washington back in the Devils' territory. Ovechkin shots blocked. Danilov to Hamilton. And now to Timo Meier, to Dawson Mercer. Mercer swinging the crack a bit. Now finding to Hamano. Hamano nowhere to go. John Carlson now finds it again to Ovechkin. And that one will break it out. Ovechkin back in the zone. Ovechkin moves around. Shot blocked again by the Devils. And now it's Pesky. He'll have it again to Hamano. Momino to Danilov. Broken up. Rebound by Danilov. And he now has the Kovacevic again to Dawson Mercer. Mercer wants to take it to Kovacevic again. And right toward middle, he did not have to find it in place the right way. And makes that hit. And Danny Danilov rebounds it back to the Devils. And Dowd will take it out. Dowd pass to Wilson. Wilson shoots, saved by Tom Markstrom. And Kovacevic again to Griswold. He just had a little bit of a concentration afterward. I mean, that goaltender really made out with improvement. I was pretty sure that this could be the right choice. But you know what? This is why I was really been like watching this so far. There's no competition in afterward here. And that's why you need to keep on playing it afterwards. If you want to play better, you got to show what you are. Devils are really trying to make that one smack it optimally. They're just doing so much, and they just got to do it okay. Just what you need to do for the Devils. They're just keeping it moving again. Indeed, I know they are. I mean, Jacob Markstrom, he really had that one with the finishing. That might be his night. Behind the wall, Martin Forevery. Just play cuff shot. Blocked it up. Hisker trying to get a rebound, but it's back to Nick Dowd. Nick Dowd. Pass to Buviller. Buviller shot close. Saved by Markstrom. No stoppage in play. Now it's over to Dylan. And he'll find over to Nemec. Has it to Grayzook. And he's over into Capitals territory. Great defensive effort on the attack by Tom Wilson. And knocked down. Poked it. And rebounded by Sandin. Sandin vying to Anthony Buviller. Buviller shoots close. Saved by Markstrom. You'll have to watch here, and he'll stop that in play with only 6:07 remaining in the second period. Just look at what happened with Tom Wilson. Only time will tell. But that one really made up in a hard smackdown, and this Julensis hit just made it unclear. Yeah, you can't tell about Tom Wilson. That really makes it hit and a brutal effort. I won't tell about Tom Wilson. That could be a little bit challenging, and he's really on the menace. New Jersey wins the faceoff. And here's Pesky. Has now to Brown. And Connor Brown on the rush. Connor Brown. Move around. Oh my. What a save by Logan Thompson. Hamilton shot. Good save. 3-time stop by Thompson. This will stop and freeze the play with 5:30 remaining. Oh my gosh. Tom Wilson just watches on Logan Thompson. He's like firing up again. He just had a lot of saves in it. I mean, he was diving it. This recharge is going to keep on going. No stoppage. Just keep playing. This is a hard refuel here. And when Thompson noticing that he just found the answer, his reaction made it quicker. Just nearing down the 5-minute mark in the mid-period. It is the 2-0 lead, New Jersey Devils. Now as for Tom Wilson's team, here's Chick Run. And a pass to Marenchenko. Duhamey back to Brown. And now the Devils will get a new clean offense here. As Tom Wilson will get new forward groups here with a new line change. Hamilton enters the zone. Here's Danilov back on ice. And Jack Hughes will have some regroups here. Oh, Jack Hughes. He gets knocked down. Just for Pratt trying to help him out. And McMichael dumps it around the zone. And Dylan to give to Pratt. Here's Pratt. On his way down. Finding middle. Oh, nearly another goal here for the Devils. That really denies it. And here's Pratt. Here's shot stopped by Thompson. Oh, I don't know what happened here. But I think we got to look at the replay and see if that goal counts. That might be a good goal for the Devils. Well, let's have a watch of this one again. I know that Chuck Hughes is watching it, but then this, it just completely collapsed. I don't know, what is the referee thinking? If this is a try at a great goal, I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't know how he was able to get this, but Jack Hughes, it looks like he counted it as a goal. It looks like that Williams didn't see it. Looks like the head coach really wanted to challenge it. Yeah, I thought that was. I thought this was no goal, and that would have been a stoppage. Maybe that wasn't just it. Maybe this pad was just, maybe the blade that might be clinking, and that may have been around the net. could have been hard and may not be the right choice of it. That might be on the take. That might be another 2 goals for the game for Jack Hughes. That might be all what they're looking for. Well, it's suffice to say, with the hugest disappointment for the head coaches for the Capitals, they're not sure if there was a goal to take, but that might have been a stoppage. That one was definitely not the right choice that they want. Yeah, it is really kind of like embarrassing for Thompson. It looks like he'll just have to try to watch that one out. Look at his best play effort here for Jack Hughes. He only has done that, only deflection, and then this is where he just had that cut. Just look at this play. Hughes, and then this rebound happens to be a Jenny Deninoff, and then this only goal made that one count. And that's 2, but I think he just kicked it. Maybe he must have pushed the pad over, and that could have been a big problem, you know? It may not be ever been that. Jack Hughes looking to have his 3rd goal of the season, and his 3rd goal of the game to have his hat trick. He has been watching it on a whole time. And no Capitals ever did to have that winning chance to get a goal on board. And now Ovechkin wipes him out. And here comes the unstoppable facing on the draw for Ovechkin. Ovechkin fires that shot.
Time to go 60 minutes, 11 seconds.
Got his rebound now finding the Carlson
Jack
shot.
Hughes, his 2nd goal of the game. His 29th goal of the season, unassisted by a team.
Big knockdown.
In the 2nd period, 16-11.
Dylan is able to get back up, and he's hurt. This is really what I was expecting it on. And it looks like Brandon Dillon, he's really already in bubbling pain. Don't let him get away with this. Puck rolls out. John Carlson, and it's back to Dawson Mercer for the Devils. Now, back over into the Devils territory. They'll have it right around the net to Nemec. Simon Nemec now finding Hishka with the tape on the fletching on the saucer pass. Meyer, right to the middle. John Carlson gives back over now again to Alex Ovechkin with under a minute remaining in the second. Ovechkin, pass zone, Kovacevic that wipes out. Rebound by Tisplaykov. And now here's Hishker. Nico Hishker sends it around the net. And now Timo Meyer. Meyer finding Segan Faller again to Kovacevic. Kovacevic, go for the backhander, miss wide. Tisplaykov. Hishker backhander, and it's blocked up by a defense. And that will end the 2nd period. Jack Hughes adds another goal, and this would have been a count. They don't get it, but only time is making perfect, and this pad made it cause an error for Logan Thompson. It's 3-0, and we'll stick around with Jersey into the 3rd period, and we'll be back with you shortly for the start once we reach the end of the 2nd intermission.
Hey folks, welcome to the 2nd intermission of the NHL Game of the Night on EA Sports. Big closest range action, but the goals remain unperfect for the Washington Capitals. They didn't start things off too soon. That makes it harder to try to get that shot on goal. It's on Jacob Markstrom, and he has all of his hugest save to have the post-to-post play. And with this play option, the start off for the 2nd period was only to take Jack Hughes' chance, but Jenny Daninoff only made this on his rebound that had that start. Here's how they did after the 2nd period. 32 over 23 total shots on goal for New Jersey Devils. Then it was 25 over 15 for the Washington Capitals on that hit. 948 over 240 time on attack for the New Jersey Devils. 83 over 82 passing effectiveness for Washington Capitals. And both teams have the face-off wins for 12. All right, Roy, let's see what happens with the New Jersey Devils. What do you think of how that comfortable made? Well, that's all I meant. I was only just watching this one with New Jersey, and that happens with only the rebound. They had Jenny Daninoff. He got a good little crack out of it. And after this play by Jack Hughes, he only has done it just once. This rebound put back in with 1:03 time on the goal in the 2nd period. And then this is where he came in for Jack Hughes. And then this is where the critical error makes it in for the goaltender. Logan Thompson didn't see that, and he just had it pushing it back in. And that might have been like, well, that wasn't pretty close at all. And that was where you don't see this for the Devils and the Capitals. That could be definitely like a little hard to flaw that on to have that first part of the goal. Now let's have it over to you, Derby Foe, for Washington Capitals.
Well, Capitals really just had that one slicking. I mean, they just messed it up. They just couldn't answer this oftenly. And they were denying by Jacob Markstrom. You know, I got no confident range in the feeling, and he just did not have the choice to get right toward it. That just can be hurtful. Well, it looks like the Capitals will have to try to see about this next play. They have to get themselves on the board. If they wanted to try to keep on attacking it, they got to find a way. Otherwise, they won't be able to try to recharge it without any late sudden issues or eventually worse, penalties. They got to start seeing this the right way. Let's go back down to New Jersey, where Jersey and the other crews remain here on top at the start of the third period, and we'll see what the finish will take if the Capitals have it on the board. And we'll see you all later for the intermission for the finishing post-game show after the game. Let's see who goes next. Third period, back to the Rock. We are Jersey, and we're ready to start the third period of regulation. Puck is dropped, and if you're joining us here for tonight's game, we've done 2 periods, and this is the last period left to finish the game. All right, Jersey, this is where I've been believing on this, but I think the Devils may win. What do you see out there of how Jack Hughes made? Well, this is where I was really sure enough that the Devils had slid on, but Jack Hughes, he's really been enjoying this for so far. The tighter, the better. The longer reading appearance, I was really been watching this was so hard. Just when I was been looking at it for Markstrom, and he's been like playing it for all his best, this is the big concerns. And trading it for a lot of his huge takes on the critics. Every fan of it for the New Jersey Devils are all rising that one up. This is why I've been watching this on for the whole entire time. They played so well. Well, you can't mess it up with the Devil. And I bet I would love to see if anyone makes that one with a knockdown, have that power play. Right now they got no power play goals. It looks like they're already on the clean defense. Nobody's been staying out here for a little bit of a defer. If anything is getting caught or getting under the way. Now McMichael will have it. Here's another one to this Playoff. And he's on his way down. Attacking from the zone, has no choice but a desire to go over to Hishker. And now this rebound will pick up by Dowd. And here's another one to Duhamel. Duhamel right away. Shot saved by Markstrom. Pesky now has it again to Hishker. Hishker watching it. In front to Gracie. Shot saved by Thompson. The other way goes by. And Gracie takes over. Amania tries it. But it's denied again by Logan Thompson. Well, man, he's just really trying. He just cannot let it slow down. That might have been too hard for him for some reason. Forever shoots. Save play on the blocker. That's on Markstrom again. And here's Meyer. Roy now finds it over again to Bouviller. Bouviller, chance save, made again by Markstrom. And now another one again by Hameno. Meyer with a chance now finding to Dawson Mercer. He spins, takes it off to Hameno, and back to Hameno. Another save by Thompson. Devils are flying all over this, and just under 15 minutes remaining in the third period. Oh, this is bad news for Kovacevic. I mean, he's really like being hurt. I mean, when he blocks that one, I mean, man, we got another one down. I don't think he's not going to be able to skate enough fast enough here. Unfortunately for Kovacevic, he's taken into the locker room and has medical staff, and he will not be finishing it off for the rest of the period. Oh, it's been pretty sad afterward. I mean, I know this is kind of like very hard, but hey, whenever he had a great night, he just finished all 3 periods, and that should be enough before the end of the game. Nemec firing again, now finding to Brown. Brown. Shot chance save by Thompson. Oh, Carter shot save again by Thompson. Only 14-14 remaining in the third period, and they're about to get nerves settled in for the puck drop. You know, crazy to say about Markstrom, he just had a wonderful save. I mean, this is where I was really been sure enough that Jacob Markstrom had a great run to this game. The whole entire, and with that denying effort, turned out to be great. Now you have to know about Jacob Markstrom because he has a showstopper from the Calgary Flames. He's showing up some great techniques. Jacob Markstrom trying to hold up his applauding crowd. Still 3-0 lead for New Jersey. And Glendening wins the draw. Here's Nemec. And finding Dylan. Dylan. Shot again. And her glove stop made by Thompson. 14 minutes remaining in the third period. And he still denied it. The big effort. Glendening with the back-to-back winning face-off. Dylan gets away from it. On a shot. Hits it up by the goaltender. And it's now handled again by Nemec. Nemec can hold on to it. And a Sandin back to Van Riestad. Riesnight now finds again Ovechkin. And Alex Ovechkin will take a little bit of a slowed start. Leonard chance play. He goes down, try to have his own rebound for the Washington Capitals. Brad Dillon with the piece. Here's another one for Dylan Strome. And he finds Carlson. Carlson ricks it up and detours it the other way. Off to Connor Brown. Brown chance to Dillon. That one redirects it. And right next to the net and back outside Danonov. Hamilton shoots it over, saved by Thompson. And Leonard will have it cleared out to Strome. Here comes the new line group change for the Devils. As Jack Hughes returns on ice. No Luke Hughes with his brother as he's still not playing. Well, I might say it. He's still trying to, he's still out. But I don't think he may not be able to, keep playing afterward because there's a lot of, huge deferring of the denying for the big players that changed from different team. They're now with the New Jersey Devils. It looks like that Luke Hughes will have to wait and find out if he will play again. And Dougie Hamilton. He wants to get away with this point to Chester Pratt. Shot blocked. And Danonov again finding the Hishker. Hishker wakes around with another save by Thompson. Oh man, this is really what they are going to take for. Another shots on goal. I mean, you got a lot of respect going on here with some huge shot clippers. This is going to be a lot to take in. Hishker shot saved up by Thompson. And here's Miroshnichenko. Miroshnichenko in wing. He gets knocked out by Siegenthaler. And Siegenthaler will have it back again to this play call. Finding the Hishker. Hishker again and Danov. Deep zone! Glove save by Thompson. Past the midway mark of the third period. Miroshnichenko could not hang on. And Froda shot. Saved by Thompson. Great Zug again by Ishker. And Markstrom trying to have us another big save again. And dig the range in the Washington territory behind Thompson. And here's Protas. Protas, shy, another save by Markstrom. Goes right to Meyer. And deep zones to Dillon. Dillon, shy, another blocker, save. Myers will have to watch that one for Dawson Mercer if he would have his own rebound. But that didn't work out. Well, he really had to be clear afterward. And you now know that Jacob Markstrom, he's been playing it for tonight. Afterwards, you just can't make the beat. So a lot of time left here. As for the Capitals, they remain unscored for 2 periods, but the third period needs to be to settle. And they turn it over again. Chikron finding Strome. Here's Leonard. Pass off to Ovechkin. Ovechkin shot save by Markstrom. And it's back in the net. And Markstrom will have to give it back here with only 7:22 remaining in the third period. This is a lot of big effort here for the Capitals. They still make a change off, and they still could have had a chance to have that win, but it was no big effort. That it keeps denying. Shot, but it's denied. Now this time, John Carlson scores on a rocket blast. Here on the board, 3-1. Now that's clear. I mean, what happens with Leonard, and then this one goes right over the other way, and now this pass up to John Carlson, That one is given a blast and with the goal. You know, don't say about the Rockets. They're just a big blast, and then that deeps it right to Markstrom. That's just too late. Now you just have to watch this carefully, because what happened with Markstrom? He didn't make that one work into a period. The Capitals are on the board. 12:54 time on a goal for John Carlson, assisted by Leonard. And now it's the Capitals wants to do it again as Alex Ovechkin trying to look for the goal. In play action, Dylan the Everway. And he's off to Nevedo. New Jersey making new changes here. Mercer to pass. And it's broken by Strome. Strome rubbles in front of the boards. Hamilton right the other way. Back on ice is Paul Cotter. He'll swing his big zone again in Dawson Mercer. And here comes Cotter. Cotter right to Brown. And Carlson got a little bit of a stick lift here and had a little poke check. That one will turn it over to Connor McMichael. And Tom Wilson is stopped made by Mark Schoen. 5:31 remaining in the third period. And they'll have another puck drop ready. When you talk about John Carlson, that's why I was giving a lot of a huge effort. I mean, this is a huge goal. He could have had a chance in, but there was so many attempts that he just denied it, hit off the goalpost, and then you got this kind of shot after Ryan Leonard. That one is right toward the net, and then you have it right past the Markstrom. I mean, I was pretty clearly watching this for Carlson. He had a great scoring chance. This opportunity could be the great ones to take it all. You'll never know how that one will change his life. With the face-off win, that's Luke Lennon. And now that's Pesky.
His fourth goal of the season, first goal of the game, scored by number 74, John Carlson. Also stood by number 9, Ryan Leonard.
Moving
Top of
in.
the goal, 12 minutes, 54 seconds in the third period. John Carlson, his fourth goal of the season, first goal of the game, assisted by Ryan Leonard.
Now here's the Devils as Hamilton
12 minutes, 54 seconds.
keeps it in the zone. And here's Roy. Roy finds Shortiff. Shortiff chance. Big block on the shot by Pesky. And he goes down. No penalty on Washington. Protas spins around. Protas in middle. Danilov takes it out. And it's off to Bratt. Bratt deep pass to Jack Hughes. Hughes in! He's denied again by Thompson. Hamilton. Jack Hughes will swing it around to Danilov. Danilov to Jack Hughes in middle. Poked it up. Dylan need a little bit of a change off here. And as Roy will have it out with only 3:30 as we already passed the 5-minute mark presented by Discover. For every shot saved by Markstrom. And go cover and squeeze here with only 3:14 remaining. Just look what happened to Logan Thompson. And this is what you don't believe on. Logan Thompson, he was recharging his plenty of fuel action. I mean, just look at the threat. He really had just made it look like it's coming right toward him. And then this is the one-on attacker. And then that blocker was right the other way. I mean, no strategy for this. But for Jack Hughes, he really wants to try to get free goals. Maybe his hat trick might be for tonight. Maybe you never know how that will be there. Well, I could get that. I mean, you'll see how this gets. Gray Zook. Right to middle, Gishka shot, never saved by Thompson. Nemec, Dylan, shot stopped by Thompson. Here comes the full pressure for the Devils. And now Duhamel will have it cleared out again to Muranchenko. Muranchenko, finding Duhamel. Dylan, deep to range, Gray Zook clears his own, icing. Will not happen. Thompson will cover the puck with only 2:07 remaining. Logan Thompson seeming like this is a one-time effort, and then that blocker, he was really recharging it. That's another threat analysis. Just don't take the risk of it. That might be just one game of the night on his best save of the game. You know, Logan Thompson was really sure that he was recharging his fuel. And that might be, you know, don't take the charge afterward. And now we'll send it over to Son of Beast, who had the best play of the night. Well, yeah, I mean, I gotta say that this might have been just hard enough for your life ring. You were right. Yeah, I know I'm always right. Logan Thompson may have had his hugest save But the only way to have it recharging is that he has to have his own charging fuel tanks. This is what it needs to be done. The only thing that time will tell is for the recharging fuel. He's really making a huge save afterwards, but some other times he doesn't really make the change off. He would have bite the differ. That can be a little challenging, but that might be a harder way to get through it. We'll have to see what happens with Logan Thompson. You'll have to get it cleared right away. Big stop made by Markstrom. Under a minute remaining in the third period. Hamilton will now have it to Jack Hughes. And Jack Hughes brings the pint. It goes back out, and now it's Nick Dow with 40 seconds. Oh my, I thought he almost had it. Jack Hughes was so close. Unbelievable. Now Jack Hughes will have to do it. And he will get it, and he finally does. And he now has earned 3 goals in his game. Make it 5-4-1. Well, everybody is loving this one here. And now Jesper Bratt will now have it over to Jack Hughes. He makes the win. And I said, well, I'll just do it. And that is the win for the Devils. They've been on a rolling so far. This meeting on the Capitals was a great game. Indeed it is. That's why Jack Hughes been with a huge one playing effort. And he is showing off his preparation tonight for the home crowd. That's for the pleasure. For the finish, here's Sordiff. One last change for the Capitals is the stop by Markstrom. And that is going to take us to the end of the third period for the regulation. New Jersey Devils has taken the beat and with the win over the Capitals. 4-1 is your final score. As for Jack Hughes, he finishes night with 3 goals in the game. Well, you don't make a man. But for Markstrom, he had a huge save.
They also said by number 63, Jesper Bratt. Stopping to get from that goal in the first period, 19 minutes, 41 seconds. Jack Hughes, his first goal in the game on a scoring hat trick in the empty net.
Game at all.
This is by Jesper
What a
Bratt
win. And it's a Jersey night celebration.
1941.
Well, thank you, Jersey, for joining us here, and I hope you had a lot of fun. We can't wait to have you back with us for our next game. Thanks, guys. It's really always appreciation. And good night, everyone. We'll see you all again pretty soon for another amazing night in Jersey. Along with my broadcast partner with Son of Beast and Life Ring, and the third guest is Jersey, I'm Chris the Beast. You've been watching the NHL 26 on EA Sports. Thanks for watching this game of the night, and we'll see you next time. Good night in Jersey. All right, thanks, Chris. Time for free stars. Jesper Bratt only has a free assist and 2 hits. He only makes this, but one thing was unlucky, and he didn't know what he was doing. And Jenny Danoff with the backhand shot. He only does this to have this great goal. And Jacob Markstrom with only 39 saves in the game. He just had his clear making to have that post-to-post blockage. And your first star player of the game, the alternative captain, Jack Hughes. 3 goals and 1 assist. It's been a big pleasure for Jack Hughes to have 3 goals in this game, and all the fans are really loving it. Yeah, it's been what they did now. Jack Hughes, he showed up support. And here are the total statistics after the game. 47/40 total shots on goal for New Jersey over Washington. 40/20 was the Washington Capitals over New Jersey. 1348 over 413 New Jersey Devils, 85/81 passing effectiveness for Washington, and it was 18/17 face-off wins. And no penalty was likely between both teams for New Jersey or Washington. Well, we're going to wrap this up, and looks like the New Jersey Devils are here to celebrate. That's Devils' Den win to have improvement at the Rock. Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this part of the matchup, and we'll see you again next time for as a while as the NHL 26 Game of the Night on EA Sports Style. If you like this so far, you might want to like the next part of the game, as we've got a next match coming. The New York Rangers will have to play for its next playing position here for the matchup, and they will face against the other team, which will be just the east coast of the team, against the Detroit Red Wings. That'll have to be for game number 16 to be later, and that'll be all the way down to finish things off. For the next game of the night, you're about to be showing things off what you don't think that would be believing, and you'll have to wait soon than possible. Well, that's going to wrap this up, and thanks for watching. We'll be back with you soon for our next game as they will face against the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues for another West Coast matchup. Take care.
If you don't, somebody will.